You're listening to WSTU Stewart.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
Well, a very pleasant good evening. It is 6:08 at WPSL 1590. Talking the Treasure Coast and WSTU 1450. From Palm Bay to the Palm Beaches, it's Tom Kindred.
That is me, from Palm Bay to the Palm Beaches.
How about that?
My territory has expanded.
You don't have any police records up by Palm Bay.
No.
You're fine.
I think I'm pretty good.
You're good. You're good with it.
Pretty good in Brevard County. Welcome to another segment and installment of Small Biz Florida, the broadcast and podcast. It's all things business across the Treasure Coast and the entire state of Florida. Small Biz Florida is brought to you by the Florida Small Business Development Center Network and is produced by the Florida SBDC right here at Indian River State College. Small Biz Florida is designed and produced to highlight and promote business assistance resources, celebrate entrepreneurial success, present best practices, and most importantly, provide timely business information for Florida's small business community. I am Tom Kindred, your host, and I am a former small business owner right here along the Treasure Coast. I also serve now as the regional director for the Florida SBDC at Indian River State College. So, Greg, how are you this evening?
Doing well on WPSL. Back-to-back basketball. We've got tomorrow night. It'll be the Game Changers game, and that's a tape delay broadcast. And then on Saturday, the game of the year or games of the year, seeing that both of our teams, women and men, ranked number 5 in the state.
Wow.
Yeah. Volleyball's doing great. Swimming and divers are doing great. And softball and baseball. Everybody is having a good season.
Well, I told IRSC. You on my way to the studio tonight, I saw a big bus in the parking lot. You said, of course, it's volleyball tonight at Indian River State College.
Yeah.
And again, the college is allowing spectators in the gym, correct?
And are we unusual? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're one of the few schools in the entire state of Florida that's allowing it. And we had the Game Changer game was actually played on Tuesday. We had a rocking crowd. It was nice. Yeah, and they were loud. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah. Well, good. Everything's up and running. Gym is open. Yep. Spectators are allowed. So as I always tell folks, it really is kind of a nice night out to go participate in some real collegiate sports right here in our own hometown here in Fort Pierce, right there on the main, which is now called the Massey campus, right there on Virginia Avenue. Gym's kind of right in the middle of center of campus.
Yep.
Easy to find. Just park right there on the 35th Street side and walk right into the interior of the campus, and you can't miss the gym.
And the spectators, by the way, have to go in the west door. Because the players' locker rooms for the visitors are up front, so they don't allow anybody to go through those, right, if you want to call them the main doors. But side doors are fine. That's the way I go in.
Yeah, right. Nice.
Yeah.
So and everybody's doing well, according to Greg, our inside sports guru for the Pioneers. So that's all good. So I encourage folks to go out, take part. Nice activity to get out of the house and see what's going on with the Pioneer sports. So,
yep. And don't forget the National Swimming and Diving Championships.
Are they here this year?
Yeah, we
rotate, right?
We alternate with Buffalo. And they're here. So it's going to be wild.
Nice. Okay. All right. Beautiful. I had the opportunity the other day to meet 2 very nice young ladies who are doing some great things here along the Treasure Coast. Had a little conversation about supporting, collaborating, partnering with these young ladies on their venture. And I said, listen, we got to get you on the radio show. So here they are tonight. We've got with us Marie Latin and Melyn Joseph. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. These young ladies have started launching, initiating a chapter of the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce to serve the Treasure Coast. So I cannot wait. Looking forward to the conversation with these two young ladies tonight about what they are doing with their latest chapter of the Chamber of Commerce here along the Treasure Coast. But before we get started, I do want to kind of go over a couple of things. Got an email this morning from some of our good friends over at St. Lucie County. They said, want to make sure that we're getting information out to the community about what's available and what's going on in terms of loans. And I noticed, Greg, that you made a comment on one of our Facebook posts. We had the mobile Assistance Center up in Vero Beach yesterday at the Gifford Youth Achievement Center. We were partnering with Marine Bank and Trust up in Indian River County to make sure that we were out in the field to offer any assistance we could to sole proprietors and small business owners, minority business owners, to make sure that they're getting access to this latest round of PPP. So to the county's request today, I want to make sure to let you know that the Florida SBDC here at Indian River State College, we are your connection and your channel to information about PPPs, about the EIDLs, about grants. So do not hesitate to contact us, call us anytime if you've got questions. That's what we're here to help you do. I did just get in today a notice about a webinar series, PPP updates for your small business, the Small Business Administration. There's been some changes to the payroll protection program, which will be available for a limited amount of time. This is probably all going to wrap up at the end of March, so you've got to move pretty quickly now. If you're a small business owner with fewer than 20 employees or you're self-employed, there's new information for you. So they've got a series of webinars. A couple of them, have already taken place, but I didn't get the email till today. But there is going to be one on March the 5th for African-American small business owners specifically. There's going to be one same day, March the 5th, for Hispanic small business owners. And then there'll be one for LGBTQ business owners and youth entrepreneurs and restaurant owners on March the 8th. Now, if you need information about those webinars, you can go to our website or our Facebook page. More importantly, the Facebook page, which is at Florida SBDC at IRSC, and all the information for those webinars is right there. Or you can send us an email if you need to. It's FSBDC at IRSC, or you can call us at 772-336-6285. But again, I will also tell you that the latest issue of Treasure Coast Business Magazine had two very in-depth articles in this latest issue about the EIDL and the PPP. So we have information. And if you need it, we've got it. So do not hesitate to call us. We are your link and your connection to the SBA lending process. So please make sure, reach out to us if you've got questions, and we will connect you in some way to the answer.
Sounds good. Boy, you've been busy for a year.
Yes, I think we are at a year.
We are at a year.
The governor, I remember it like it was only yesterday.
It was.
Yes, the governor declared the emergency for the pandemic on Tuesday, March the 17th. And it's been a little busy since then. We've hopefully done some good work out there for lots of small businesses, helping them get connected to grants and access to capital to help them get through this thing. So anyway,
you guys have done an amazing job.
Well, I appreciate that. Hopefully we've not everybody got a loan, not everybody got a grant, so there may not, not everybody may be overjoyed with us, but we gave it a shot, and tried to help everyone that we could. So I also want to just highlight a couple of classes and things coming up at CCTI. I mentioned last week that CCTI is back up and running, starting to hold face-to-face classes. We're populating the campus again. We've got our big annual Florida Water and Pollution Control Operators week-long training coming up on the week of spring break. They completely take over the Brown Center. It's a really impressive, impressive
Large
training
group.
Yeah, about 250 folks. So, but Excel Basics to Intermediate is going to take place on March the 23rd there on main campus. Everything you need to start and manage an Excel spreadsheet. This class covers everything from beginning to intermediate Excel, now expanded to 12 hours. This hands-on computer class will give you the tools you need to master Excel. And then we've got the next round of the Port St. Lucie BAP program, which stands for Business Accelerator program. That's going to take place on the St. Lucie West campus down at the Pruitt campus. That'll start on March the 24th. I believe that's about, I think 10 to 12 evenings over the course of 10 to 12 weeks. Incredible program, 12 nights of training. Join the Business Accelerator program to enhance your entrepreneurial and business skills and activities while contributing to your community through business growth and job creation. So we encourage you to join in on the Port St. Lucie BAP program, which has become a tradition.
Yeah, and we've had folks from both Martin County and the Port St. Lucie programs on this show. Yeah.
Bob O'Brien and his team at the CCTI will start another round of the Marine Training Program. We're partnering with Yamaha. That is actually a Yamaha factory certified program with over a dozen boat manufacturers and repair facilities. Pursuit, Maverick, Twin V. The Treasure Coast is a booming epicenter for boating manufacturing, and this industry is growing at over 20% a year. So again, we've run a series of that, very well received. And then, of course, we have our very popular photography classes, and there'll be an advanced photography class with our legendary instructors, Denise Russell and Howard Stickler. That'll take place on main campus, and that'll start on March the 30th. So, and also I did want to just reiterate that we are partnering with Marine Bank and Trust. We are headed to Vero for 5 dates. We went on Wednesday the 3rd. We will be back at the Gifford Youth Achievement Center. We'll be back on Monday the 8th, Wednesday the 10th, and Monday the 15th. So we are literally there on site. There are bankers from Marine Bank and Trust that are there to help with applications. We are there to help the small business owner with their paperwork and applications. So again, if you are a small business located up in the Indian River County area, I would encourage you to get out. If you need some help with the PPP, get out to the Gifford Youth Achievement Center, and we will be happy to help you with your PP loan application.
And you can, obviously, with your SBDC bus, people can do the paperwork inside the bus.
Listen, I got a printer, I got a scanner, I got a computer,
everything.
I got it all. And so that's what we try to do. We can, make copies of people's taxes. We can make copies of driver's licenses, print their SunBiz reports. So we can help them actually begin to assemble the loan application. We don't have to actually get it all done right there, but we can certainly start the process and help them start getting that package put together. The bank is there to help them kind of talk about qualifications and eligibility. And so anyway, it's a great resource. And if you're a small business, if you're one of those smallest businesses in Vero Beach or Gifford or Indian River County, I would encourage you to come out and take advantage of this resource.
Yeah. If you're up in Sebastian, come on down to Gifford and
that's it. So again, I will close so we can begin our conversation with Marie and Melyn. But again, I just want to remind everyone that there is information here available. If you've got questions, if you're struggling with an application, if you need some follow-up, if you need help, maybe understanding the paperwork, please let us know. mean, that's why we're here. We're here to help. We are your direct connection to the SBA office, and we certainly have relationships with basically all the banks within our marketplace. So we're happy to help you connect there. But this PPP is not going to be open forever at this point. So we need to move fairly quickly. So you can get us at 772-336-6285, or you can get us at FSBDC at IRSC. All right. So with that, again, I am just so happy to have these two young ladies with us this evening. Again, welcome to the show, Marie and Melyn.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys are offering a lot of great services in the community, and we're excited to use you as a resource as well. So thank you.
And we're looking forward to the partnership and the launch of your new Haitian American Chamber of Commerce for the Treasure Coast. Did I say that right? Did I get that name right?
Yes, you did.
All right. So let's start, Marie, let's start with you. Just a little background on you and kind of your pathway. I think you're both, what I think is so interesting, and it's going to be part of our conversation, but you're both involved in banking, and which I just love, because obviously capital access is a big part of the small business space. It's just so important that small business owners can get access to capital, because that's obviously what can fuel and support growth and expansion and additional jobs. So I love the fact that both of you are involved in banking, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But Marie, just kind of start with a little background and how you found yourself involved in launching this new Chamber of Commerce.
Great. Again, like you said, we're both from a banking background. I have about 15 years of banking experience. I've been in banking and finance for about 20 years now. I am an SBA underwriter by train. I'm formally credit trained, SBA underwriting and commercial underwriting, small business underwriting. And currently, I am actually working with the SBA. And this vision came about a couple of years ago when being on the Treasure Coast, being in Port St. Lucie, and interacting with the community, specifically the Haitian American community, the Caribbean community. And it's always been a challenge for them to find capital, and, how do I apply for a loan? And being that my background is in banking, I've always had people come up to me and request for additional information and how to go about, going for a loan. So, again, this is a vision that's been in the works for a couple years. We felt like we wanted to build on an organization that already exists, that was grounded in the community in Florida. And that's why we contacted ACOF, which is Haitian American Chamber of Commerce, our parent company that is situated in Miami. They've existed since 2005. Again, like I said, they have a strong foundation, a strong understanding of organizing a chamber. And so today, we're ready to launch our chapter on the Treasure Coast, but it's been a couple years in the making, and we're truly excited about it.
So, Melyn, same question, kind of your background and what you're involved in today, and kind of your pathway to working with the launch of the new Haitian American Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, it's such a pleasure to be here, Tom. And yes, my background in banking, just the same. About 20 years in banking, retail banking, and commercial. So it's been a journey, and it's been a pleasant one, both in community and also in the professional world and in corporate. So going back and noticing the different events I've been in and been able to partake in, and it's always struck a chord with me when it comes to the Haitian community or the Caribbean community, business-wise, that when I go to these different events that they're not there. So in collaborating with Marie, it just seemed natural to get something going, to get some type of notice out there, because the helps are there, the benefits are there, but if you don't know where to go or the resources, you can't get them, and thus your business stays stagnant and not growing the way it should. So it's been a dream, and I am more than ecstatic waiting for the day to come so we can do the launch and help as many companies as possible, especially the small ones that need the help to grow and expand.
Now, I think, were both of you born in Haiti and spent some of your childhood there? Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yes. So we were born in Haiti. We've been here for a couple years now. I came in when I was 9. But the culture is true to us, and we really want to represent, the Haitian American dream.
Right, and I think both of you speak Creole, and so if you've got some members or something that that need that kind of assistance, and then you actually also speak the language, do you not?
Yes, we do.
Nice.
Both speak Creole and French. So we're able to cater to that end, because oftentimes, believe it or not, you may know as much English as you say you know, but when something is translated in your own dialect and your own language, it makes a whole lot of a difference.
Right.
How many?
And that's part of our foundation too, with the language and translation.
Right.
Yeah. How many businesses are here on the Treasure Coast that are Haitian Americans?
So far from what I'm gathering from my data, and these are just the ones that that are Haitian. That doesn't mean that there isn't other ones out there. I've pulled up a list of over 50 that are within our reach that we know. And that's not to say, you have attorneys, you have, different offices that are of Haitian descent. So there's quite a bit out there.
Right.
And uncovering the little bit just opens up the eye to let you know that there is much more.
Right. Well, and as I think we all know, and we've had this conversation many times, I mean, we really are in a very fast growing market, a very diverse market. I mean, from Vero, Okeechobee, still, a lot of agriculture, and, then to as the manufacturing grows in St. Lucie and Martin County, I mean, it really is an incredibly diverse but very fast growing marketplace. Are you kind of seeing that? Is that kind of what drove this whole idea to create the new chamber?
Absolutely. It's growing every day. And again, you have so many people moving and wanting to either invest or live here and bring, their business ideas and grow the area. So there is a need for that. Especially on the Treasure Coast. If you go further south, you're a little bit more, the market is saturated because, it's more city, and Orlando, it's the same. But here in between, the opportunity is tremendous in terms of small business owners. And we can thrive if we have the right resources to do that.
And I want you to kind of talk just a little bit about, you mentioned it, both of you mentioned it early on, but talk about, you're not, you're building this chamber on the foundations of a chamber that has already existed. So you're really not, starting totally from scratch. I mean, you've got a lot of years of experience and a foundation from the Haitian American Chamber that I believe is in Miami. Is that correct?
That's correct. Haitian American Chamber of Florida is a well established chamber that's been in existence since 2005. They basically give us all of the support in terms of the information to run the chamber. We have guidance, leadership guidance. We work directly with the chairwoman from that chamber. They have done market research with us. They have done all the assessment. They are scrubbing the files, and they've done amazing work down in Miami, where they're well known in the community. They do great jobs in terms of sponsorships. They have many sponsors. They have many professionals that are on their team. So this is really a great opportunity because this is not something that we're just starting from scratch. It's already a foundation, and they've already given us that commitment that they will do this with us as we grow and really give us the leadership that we need to continue their legacy.
Right. And talk just in general a little bit. I think everybody feels like they, when you hear the word Chamber of Commerce, I think everybody feels like, oh, I know what a chamber is. I know what a chamber does. There's a lot of social aspects to a chamber, but I mean, at the end of the day, chambers are pretty serious business organizations. I mean, that's really their foundation. I mean, talk a little bit about, this is going to be so important for those Haitian owned and operated businesses along our areas to have an organization that can represent them and the culture from which they came and understand how they operate their business. Talk a little bit about that importance of what the chamber as a business organization really brings to these owners.
And yes, as a chamber, when that comes to mind, what we have to think of is a place where everything is in one place. Is an office you walk into, you want to start your business, let's say from start to finish, you know nothing about business. You can come into the chamber and get that resource. You can come into that chamber or activity that's going on and get either a liaison or a connection with another partner that you're looking to do the same exact business in. So it's a resource because oftentimes we want to do a lot of things. We want to succeed, but we don't know the know-how. The chamber is there to provide that, whether it's on a small spectrum or a much larger spectrum. It's there to give you that. And for us, the specialty is because it hits home. Now you're able to walk into an institution where they speak your language.
Right.
They have documents that could be in your language. There's a lot of things going on, especially with the pandemic. A lot of benefits that you could have received, but because there's a language barrier or there is a not complete understanding, you can't get it. But at the chamber, now you have that opportunity. Now you have that door opening.
Well, and that's where this chamber could work hand in glove with you folks at SBDC and IRSC. I mean, sounds like a natural.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I was so excited when we met and we talked about what Marie and Melyn were doing. I was excited about it. And you use that word, collaborate, and it is so true that a lot of these businesses, if they knew about another business, they may not all know that those others exist. Now you're going to put them all in the same room. Think about the opportunity, for collaboration, for working together. There may be some opportunities for a few businesses to combine their efforts and do better together. Do you see that as kind of a positive that could come out of all this too?
Absolutely. It's the networking. It's
Right.
the collaboration, like you said. And then that's why, with our breakfast, monthly breakfast and learn virtual platform right now, because we know it's difficult for everyone, or they may not feel completely comfortable to meet in person, but in those platforms, it's the ability to leverage each other within the community and grow, like you said. We're here to link professionals with ideas and goals in mind so that we can, help them to make it happen.
Right. No, I love the way you phrase that, to link them together and to leverage each other and lean on each other as a professional group of Haitian American business owners. I love the idea and so let's talk about the details of your chamber a little bit. Going to be structured like a typical chamber. You'll have memberships, you'll join, you'll have networking activities. Kind of talk about where you see the chamber going and how you see it, what the model will look like of the chamber.
Yeah, so basically we are structured similar to your typical chamber, where you have an annual membership. And with that membership, you'll have access to all of our resources that we provide. such as our, monthly breakfast and learn workshops that we can do either ourselves or in collaboration with other institutions and other organizations such as yourself. You have access to our newsletters. You'll have access to all the resources and for instance, stuff that comes out regarding SBA or anything that, we feel that's crucial to your business operation and local information about even St. Lucie economic development, all those things. We on our website and through our newsletters and through our publications, you'll have access to all of that. So that's with an annual fee. You have access to our chamber. So basically, that's really is the foundation. And then, as we grow, we're going to add other resources. But, for now, we really want to focus on gathering everybody together and really providing the resources to help them.
Right. Okay. And you're going to kick all this off next week, I believe. Talk a little bit about the launch and how all that's going to work.
Yes, our launch will be next Thursday at the IRSC facility, and which is March 11th from 6 to 8. We are doing it both ways, so it's a hybrid. So you can do it via Zoom or you can come in person. As you know, with the pandemic, we are limited to how many individuals can be there for social distancing. We are limited to 30 people, but I'm imagining a lot of our participants will be online just the same. And it's a soft launch, but from what we're gathering, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be global because we have the founder of the foundation will be flying in to come. So it's very it's one of those things, once in a lifetime type of thing. That's how we're feeling it's going to be right now to start off everything.
Now, when you say the founder, you're talking about the founder of the original Haitian American Chamber?
Yes, Tom, the original.
Okay.
So
where did it start? Was it in Miami? Was the first?
Yes, it was in Miami.
It was in Miami.
Wow. So the founder of this branch of chambers will be there actually next Thursday evening for the launch.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's correct. He's flying in from Haiti.
Really? Wow. Okay. Well, listen, I just appreciate you guys inviting me. Now, as we said, you're limited to 30 people.
Wait a minute, you got invited? You don't have to cook?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I may not be able to get inside because are we really limited? You're limited in the Schreiber Center to 30. Was that the rule?
Yes.
Yeah, those are the COVID rules, unfortunately, but we want everybody to be safe.
Yes, no doubt.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. There may be some of us outside milling around in the parking lot because you certainly may have a full house next Thursday night. But as you've said, you don't necessarily have to come in person. It will be available through Zoom, right?
That's correct. And for the registration, we have our website that's functional. It's ACOF, HACCOF-treasurecoast.com, or you guys can also go to ACOF, HACCOF.com, and we're linked with their website. And on those websites, you will see the invitation for the event where you RSVP. Once you RSVP, we'll send you the Zoom link with the login information.
All right, great.
So the question I have, are you going to have food?
We will have light refreshments and, finger food, of course. It is evening, so we know that everybody will be coming after work. So from 6 to 8, we'll be serving some light refreshments and finger food
Tom,
to celebrate.
I think we've got to take this show on the road next week.
I did. Trust me, it crossed my mind. We could do something live from the launch next Thursday evening.
Hey, that sounds good.
Of course, Greg and I talk an awful lot about food on the show, but I think when we met the other day, one of the stories you told me was about some of the Haitian restaurants in the area. Give a couple of plugs to a few of those restaurants. I think we talked about you were in one, and you said the food was outstanding, and more people needed to know about it. Give us a couple of thoughts about where we could go experience some of the cuisine.
Well, two of the ones that I go quite often in is Island Twist off of Bayshore Boulevard.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's the one you mentioned.
Yes, that's the one. And they've been there for a while. So their name is well known in the community. Okay. There's another one on the Boulevard, PSL Boulevard, which is Malachi. And they're very good too. They even have a dance floor, Tom. So.
Well, hopefully my wife isn't listening tonight, but yes. That's right. Those are the two you mentioned the other day. I've got to go. I've got to make it a point to go try Island Twist and Malachi.
I'm in.
We could do a show from one of those restaurants.
Bingo. That's it.
So again, before I'll lose track of time if we start talking about food. So one more time now, let's make sure we get it in. How does someone register for the event? Tell us again.
Okay, you go to ACCOF, HACCOF-treasurecoast.com, or you go to ACCOF, HACCOF.com. And on those two websites, you will find a link to register for the event. Okay. All the information is there. Our phone number, if you want to call us instead, is 1-877-422-2638. It's 1-877-422-2638.
Okay. And so let's real quickly, just for both of you, because you are in the capital access space, you are bankers, you've got tremendous experience. I know both of you are quite younger than I am, but you've got great experience in banking. Tell us a little bit about the marketplace. What do you see happening out there, or especially in maybe the Haitian American business ownership? Do we feel a little better? Are people feeling better about what's going on as the vaccines are getting out? Do you see some positive things happening in the business community now?
I mean, I do see a lot of change coming up slowly, gradually, but individuals and business owners are a little bit more open-minded now. I would say the more of the scariness it's a little behind us, not quite, but you can see they're coming out more. Even in the institutions where I work, I see a little bit more traffic now, coming in and out, getting information, especially about the PPP and everything that's going on. So they're more out and about now, and trying to see how they can get back to where they were. Or take a step farther. So there are quite a bit of change happening in the small business world.
And did I think it's now, Melyn, you're with the SBA, correct?
No, I'm with Mid Florida Credit Union.
Okay, so I had it backwards. All right, so
yes.
So Melyn, you're with Mid Florida.
Yes.
Did you see pretty intense volume with your clients and customers with the PPP? Did most people get the PPP, and do you think it helped?
I did see a large volume of that received it, and as far as it helps, it all depends on if they did what they needed to do with it, so to speak. But there was a great deal of small businesses who had the opportunity.
All right. Now, Marie, you're with the actual SBA, and of course, which has played just a vital and critical role in all of what's gone on over the past year. What's the take from the SBA? What do you hear from the top at the SBA? Do they feel like we've kind of, there's a little light at the end of the tunnel coming? Or I know we've got the new round of assistance coming. I heard even today that it could have been procedurally, they could have had a vote today on the 1.9, but kind of what are you hearing from the SBA perspective on all this?
Yeah, I mean, we're all hands on deck. Basically, PPP is a high priority, and we're taking it very seriously, especially in terms of reaching out to the smaller businesses, which is why we had the hold, from up to the 9th to allow the smaller entities to apply. It's all hands on deck. We're working long hours to make this happen. We have the resources in place. As you can see, hopefully this round, is much smoother than the first round. It's more organized, it's more structured, in a way that we are making it, fair to everyone so that everybody can have an opportunity to apply. And especially the ones that need it the most. We're seeing a lot of concentration in the restaurant industries and the hotel industries. We have a lot of great programs in place, even with the Broadways and all those type of facilities. And it's truly amazing, the collaboration that we see from top to bottom. In terms of getting the capital out to the small business owners.
Well, I can't say enough about the SBA and our local team and Lonnie Koyama and Vincent Lepresti. And we've got a great relationship with the SBA Miami District Office, Victoria Guerrera and Deborah Salas. So you guys are doing incredible work. Melyn, talk to us just a little bit about that small business owner. What do you think some of the greatest challenges they face when they're trying to apply for a loan? What, is it the paperwork? Is it the loan package, trying to bring together the financials? Where are the challenges for those small businesses?
I think from the small businesses perspective, the challenges is having the credentials. And when you speak about packaging, because when you're applying for these type of loans, you need your information, you need your basic P&L, you need your tax returns. And oftentimes with small business owners, they're so busy running the show that, the paperwork, they're either not keeping up with it or it's there and they have to make different phone calls to get it. Right. So that's what we're coming across. And that's part of the reason for the chamber too, is to help out with that. So they know the basic that they need. If 2 years from now you want to apply for a loan, or God forbid a pandemic again, you, as a small business owner, you know what you need to gather in order to get the help you need to keep your business afloat. So it's a lot of the packaging, it's a lot of the paperwork, knowing the knowledge and the do's and don'ts, the ins and outs of it.
Right. Melyn, you mentioned paperwork. Are those bilingual?
Yes.
Okay, so they are in Creole as well.
Yes.
Cool. Wow. An institution like Mid-Florida can provide all that, a bank package in Creole and different languages.
Awesome. That is awesome. Yeah.
Yes, as far as the packaging for the bank, that would be more of a chamber thing. Mid-Florida would offer it more in English and Spanish.
Okay. All right. Well, I think to your point, I think, like you just said, I mean, this is the reason for.
That makes the chamber even more important.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. Sure. I mean, I think this is the exact reason why, specific, target markets need the kind of representation and support and assistance that they'll get from a designated chamber of commerce. And like I said at the top, I mean, this is going to be a huge help and benefit and bring a lot of value to Haitian American business owners.
Yes,
Yeah.
again, we're so excited and we can't wait to start working. So
What now? Once you launch, what will you have? Are you going to have some central location? Or are you kind of starting? You're going to kind of work virtually for a while. Are you partnering with anyone on some office space? Where are you going to set up a base camp?
yeah, because we wanted to get this going quickly, right now with COVID, we decided to do virtual for the first couple of months. However, we do have space for our monthly meetings, and those meetings will be open to the public. And then, once we finalize that contract, we'll definitely share that information on our website.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to tell us as we kind of begin to wrap things up regarding the chamber or next week's launch? Let us know what we need to get out there for you. Anything? Or have we covered it all?
We've covered it all.
With
I
that-
mean,
We've got-
March 11th.
Do I
March
I'm leaving it up to Malyn.
Okay.
She'll bring it home for us.
Malyn, bring us home.
Yes, March 11th at 6 to 8 p.m. We'll be launching our soft launch at Indian River. So come by or join on the website so you can be live on Zoom. And just for our listeners to know that we are here to educate, we're here to help develop, and we're here to support. Because what better resource can you have than a group of individuals who's here for you to help you grow your business and expand? So we're here for you. Come join us March 11th, 6 to 8 p.m.
I'm just curious in the businesses. You may have spoken with all that you've identified, but if not, the ones you've spoken to, what was their immediate reaction when you said we're going to form a chamber that's here to specifically support you as a business owner? What was the reaction?
Well, believe it or not, a lot of them don't know what the chamber is.
Right. Wow.
So it's again, this is where the education piece come in. So as I develop with them and as I explain to them what the chamber represent, they were like, okay, text me the information, text me the location, because again, who doesn't want to grow their business?
Right.
Especially when they can identify with you culture wise, language wise, that's resources there. So it was very attention getter for me when I introduced.
Yeah, we're here. We're here to, we're here to communicate in simple language so that people can have the information, the resources that they need to maintain and to grow their business. And it's not just business. We also want young professionals.
Resources there. So it was very attention getter for me when I introduced.
Yeah, we're here. We're here to, we're here to communicate in simple language so that people can have the information, the resources that they need to maintain and to grow their business. And it's not just business. We also want young professionals that are developing their career, that are looking for guidance. So in simple language, we want to help educate, support, as mentioned by Malyn.
Yep. Well, listen,
Great.
Impressive, for you two young ladies to take this on. This is not easy for, we sort of make it sound easy because we just talk about it on the radio. But I know that hours and hours have gone into this as you have put all this together to launch an actual chamber of commerce. And I can tell you the hours are only going to continue as you get this chamber open and operating. But I want you to know the Florida SBDC here at IRSC, we're here to help you and support you. And again, I can't thank you enough for taking this on, because it's it's an important resource that needs to be in our community so that our Haitian population and our Haitian business owners have a resource that they can turn to provide the kind of support they need to, like you say, start, grow, and expand.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for having us, and we're so excited.
Yeah, well, I'm excited too, as a matter of fact. So I look forward to the collaboration, and I think in our little session the other day, we came up with some really neat and innovative ideas to bring some training and assistance to the business owner. So I appreciate what you're doing and appreciate the opportunity to collaborate.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And we're very grateful, and we love your organization and what you guys stand for. And we look forward to working with you and helping the community.
And of course, the Schreiber Center is on the
Pruitt campus in St. Lucie West, and
it's
that's
on the
where
north end of the campus.
it's on the very north end of campus.
Yep.
It's actually the most northern positioned building on the campus, and that's next Thursday, March the 11th. So again, and if you need any more information, you can always again reach out to us and call Katie at the 336-6285 number, and we'll get you connected to our good friends Marie and Melyn. So with that, we will bring to close another segment of Small Biz Florida. As always, I want to thank our partners here at WPSL and WSTU. I want to remind everyone that all the resources and training programs that we discussed this evening, you can find out more information at that IRSCbiz.com site. That's IRSCBIZ.com. So with that, it's the big launch next Thursday night of the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce, and we will be there.
Be there 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock next Thursday. I don't know, Tom. This is road trip.
That's right. Well, Island Twist.
Road trip.
Yes, I love
it. Hey, good luck, ladies. This is a great idea. What a great idea, and so timely. You know, it's definitely needed. All right, Tommaso, see you next week.
Yes, sir. See you next week.
Small Biz Florida, now in our 6th year at WPSL, Port St. Lucie, talking the Treasure Coast.